welcome back. As we return, our crew had just boarded the Black Trestle after successfully freeing Snowdown of its oppressive rule from On.
And a vampire.
And a vampire. Which you did not know about.
We totally knew the entire
Two
time.
of the letters in the word are also in the word vampire, so I think we call
Checkmate.
Vampire.
I knew the entire time. I just didn't want to say anything.
As you all board with all of your crew, including Iris, you push away from the Tide Maiden, as the Tide Maiden also begins to go on its voyage back to West Haven. You begin to leave. As you're sort of, making your way up across the Snowdown coast, Merrick goes up to, where you're driving the boat. I'll let you know where it is. It's what you're going to do is you're just going to want to follow the coast, and then it's towards Gwyneth.
Oh.
I'll explain later.
Got it. Actually, Jules, why don't you get some practice?
Alright, fair enough. Because you said you wanted a break. And I drive the boat.
Okay. The boat immediately does like donuts and
I do a wheelie. I'm so great at this.
Okay. Well, it's about a day's travel. So you guys have a day to do what you want. Colleen is looking at the cards that she recently got.
Ooh.
I bought RPG prompt cards because I struggled coming up with the talk about.
So that's the context right
They're
now.
here. They're here if we so desire.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's up to you all.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Now here's the question. If you're going to pull prompt cards, do you want NPCs to pull prompt cards?
That could be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
I shuffled them. So.
Okay. So I would say so it's going to take you a day and then like the rest of the day. So I'll say we can, time skip this day, and this is sort of the evening time where you guys anchor up, because again, you don't need to, it's not very far.
Mm-hmm.
Merrick was considering, just spending the evening. So you guys anchor up next to the shore. You can see Snowdown in the distance, and you all are having a drink. You're not really stocked up very well. Some of your rations are getting a little bit old, but you're okay for a couple days. So you all are hanging out in the mess hall.
Sipping my lemon water.
A few cucumbers in there for good measure.
All right.
Like the hotel lobby water.
I'm gonna draw a card.
Bro's drawing a card.
I'm drawing a card.
We're not sponsored.
Yeah, because apparently Forgotten Realms non-alcoholic
Okay.
drinks don't exist.
Are they
Alright.
shuffled?
Yes, I shuffled them. I just said that, bitch.
Oh, sorry,
Listen
sorry.
to women.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, woman.
Yeah, when James and David edit, they actually just bleep out everything that Colleen and I.
It's a bitch to edit, dude.
Oh, that's
Wow, you're talking about women and you saying something.
that's what was missing.
Okay.
Man, y'all were consigned to oblivion. Am I right?
Wow.
That was James and
All
that was
right, all
James and I.
right. So, when I was a kid, I didn't.
What's the question?
I'm getting to it.
She's making it organic.
So when I was a kid, I know
How tall?
y'all wouldn't. I mean, I was like half my dad's height, maybe, but you wouldn't believe this, but I was kind of afraid of a lot. Kind of hid behind Vandris a lot, even though he was much shorter than me and not much of protection. But anyways, that's besides the point.
What do you mean?
If I hadn't been thrown into the water when I was a kid and saw that tiger shark barreling towards me, I would not have known the epic highs and lows of shark wrestling.
Jules.
So what about you? All of you.
Wait, so what do you mean? What about?
What is the question?
I'm getting to it!
No, you just said, so what about you?
I'm continuing!
So when did you
Be
also
patient.
when did you
On
also
the
discover your
wrestling
love for
show.
shark wrestling?
What
are
I'm
you
trying to
asking?
say is, like, what is something that you didn't mean to try, or maybe you ended up doing unexpectedly that you ended up really enjoying and happy that you did?
Huh.
Alcohol.
That makes you sound like an alcoholic, Aria.
I'm not
Okay,
an
maybe
alcoholic.
I can stop anytime I want. I just want it every
Okay,
day.
maybe we need to water hers down.
I'm not
a
an
bit.
alcoholic. I'm just a depressed college student.
I think we need to water hers down a bit.
Ex-college student.
Don't rub it in. I'm still young. I can still pass.
Music, actually, for me.
How did you... I mean, obviously babies aren't born bards, right?
No.
Babies are
None that I know.
born.
I was born ridiculously big and strong, so this kind of came naturally, but...
A 17-pound baby.
Yeah, my poor mama. How did that come about?
Talent in the arcane arts is rare for CLs in general, so it's mainly like divine magics. Besides that, very few wizards and bards. They're the only other people that only other part of arcane casters within CL Society. So my mother is I don't know. I have to change that because now I know she's alive. Is a cleric, so mainly focus on divine magic. Me, I never had the aptitude for that. I guess I just don't have that, I don't know, kind of attunement to react to reality and the outer planes and all that. Always kind of flew over my head.
Of Timora or someone else?
Hmm?
Of Timora or someone else? Your mother, the cleric.
Deep Socialist degree.
Oh.
The CL god.
Makes sense.
I don't know, it's just whistling a tune. I was sitting by the beach with her. I don't know, it's just a really nice moment. She said she enjoyed it and that, I should pursue it. And they gave me magic. Eventually. Took a lot of trial and error. A lot of frustrating days. But I love it.
I don't think I've ever tried anything that turned out well for me.
Gambling?
No, that turned out really
I
bad.
know that turned out really bad, but I'm just saying that's the only thing that I
You
can
joined
think of.
us. That was a gamble.
Not really.
That really
It
wasn't.
really wasn't. It was actually this only safe option.
That was
I died, so my sister came back from college, and then I gave my dad a heart attack on the docks because he thought that I was dead, and then Jules punched him so hard and then brought us to his friend that was a doctor. And then everybody in Luskin wanted me dead, so I had to leave.
Yeah, it's not really a choice.
He wasn't really a doctor.
What?
He patches us up sometimes, but...
That's all the doctor
He doesn't
I need.
have a degree or... Didn't go to...
I'm fine with that. Okay, I thought you were just saying like.
Brought us to a random guy.
I thought you were just saying, he doesn't know shit.
Well then, I'm sure you'll find something eventually. Something will come up.
I mean... Yeah, leaving Luskin wasn't a gamble, but I mean, you didn't have to stay.
Where else would I
Here.
have gone?
I don't know.
You didn't have to say yes to my ridiculous plan.
You could have...
What else would I have done?
Anything else?
Spin his face.
You could have stayed at West Haven. You could have...
Oh, that's boring.
You could have
Exactly.
you could have found some job
You
on
like
some other
this
crew.
shit. You like pirating, I think.
I also think.
I think you're addicted.
Says you. So I'm not an alcoholic. I'm just sad.
I don't know. I do like sailing.
Oh yeah, I remember you did. You did tell me that.
When you don't sleep, everything blurs together a lot, but something about the ocean feels like it's a side effect of that and not of me, so it feels better.
Can someone relate to that finals week? Only for like 2 days. Then out though.
Oh my god.
I'm not sure that quite
Sorry.
compares.
That's not really. Sorry. Just trying to relate a bit.
Oh my god.
Arya has a habit of relating to people for like a day and a half. Yeah, I can relate. My sister died, but like it was
only
just like a day.
Just like a couple days.
Yeah, I can relate to not sleeping just for a couple days.
We managed to free the people of Snowdown.
Yeah, just for a couple
That
days.
was, that was something we took a chance on.
Just for a couple.
Collectively. You could have said no. I'm surprised you didn't put up more of a fight.
I did it for Jules.
Yeah.
Because he got really mad at me and I felt really bad. And B, that's not like taking a risk on something and finding out that you actually enjoy it. I'm not going to start a hobby of going around starting rebellions. That was just something that we did that happened to turn out well. And also I got a lot of money from.
So, but did you enjoy the outcome of you doing that?
I enjoyed getting 5,000 gold pieces and not dying.
So what, you didn't...
And also killing a
I'd say that
vampire.
counts.
That's
And
like
I
a
like that. I
hobby,
like
though.
that. And I like that Jules and Yenna are happy about it, and that other people there are happy about it.
There you go. You took a chance on something, and it turned out well for you.
Yeah, I know. But it's not that. That wasn't the question.
It's more about like
I feel like it's about like you you know.
I feel like
it's like, oh, I tried rock climbing. I really
you
enjoyed it.
changed you changed career paths.
I changed career paths. I went from petty criminal to pirate.
You went from petty criminal to petty criminal but
on
a
the
sailor.
Believe it or not, very common.
to some people, that's just called moving up the ladder. Or down the ladder, depending on how you look at it.
And how you like the ocean.
I'm making more money than I was with the coin spinners.
Fair.
Do you want one of them?
We are doing crazy shit, though.
up to you.
I don't think your average pirate does this shit.
No.
I don't think your average pirate sees this money in their lives.
Oh, that's fair.
We should just go around and like start bragging about
I
it.
should
in
send
front of
money
other
No,
people.
don't do that.
It'd be so funny.
And then they're gonna start chasing us, so we can like ambush us, so we can kill them, and we can take their money. We're gonna have even more money.
Or
it's just an investment if you think about it.
or they all kill. Oh, I was gonna say kill you in your sleep. You don't sleep, but kill her in her sleep.
Wrong, fireball.
You heard her.
Did you just
You
cast
get burned first. You get burned.
You heard her. Fireball.
In
Look
the
at-
bedroom?
Look at me. I'm a tiefling. I'm
Oh.
resistant.
I mean, that will hurt less, but Jesus.
I didn't know what I was looking at when you said look at you. I was like, there's a lot of things wrong with you.
Fucked up arm,
Wait,
tiefling,
so if
short.
If your mom's a cleric
Bad
of deep-
student.
of deep slash
Hey.
where does Hemora come from for you?
Oh.
Is that your dad?
Mm,
Or do you just pick it up?
yes and no.
KG.
I was about to explain.
Nicholas E. KG.
Not quick enough.
So true.
How do I start? Well, this ship wasn't originally my dad's or solely my father's. It was his. I died.
Word.
Us vandalizing Emily's apartment.
It was his friend at the time. They were close. They became close friends. Kate, the Cormyrean. That's where I got the coat from. That's why the ship has Cormyrean decorating. That's why it's called the Black Trestle.
I see.
It was him that came up with the name. After my father got captured and, you know, my mom was gone and he, for some reason, decided to look after me. It was he that introduced me to Timar. And I have a lot to thank for him. And I don't know if he'll ever know how much I appreciate it. Because I could turn out a lot worse. I do wish this coat fit me better, though. Shit.
You should pick up sewing as a hobby.
Probably a tailor.
Oh, maybe.
There's probably a tailor somewhere. You gotta resize.
I wanted to talk to one of those tailors
Bring the hems in.
at the Citadel, but
Yeah, cleaned up too. Yeah.
yeah.
You know, too busy killing vampires. We were too busy snooping around in corners that we shouldn't have been in. Wow. Couldn't get close
Busy
to
saving the world.
Yeah. I don't. But it would have been free.
But would you have felt morally good about it if you were,
Oh.
if they were being exploited?
Well, technically, isn't every laborer being exploited? No, that's not true.
No, they get fair compensation usually.
Or if it's their own business. I know. It would have been a bad idea. I agree, Holly. Thank you. I didn't know you possess such a fine moral character.
I don't.
I should.
But everyone else here does, so I
should
like to make fun of you.
But yeah.
My cat is staring forlornly out the window.
One day.
Thinking about how he's gonna run away now that I've been putting hats on him.
Anything else needs to be talked about?
Why not have one NPC draw card?
Yeah, David.
If we want to do more RP, or are we short on?
Whatever you guys want to do.
I'm making you pick a damn
Which
card.
NPC?
Any one of them.
I think it'll be funny.
Dealer's choice.
Nimbus, how was dying?
Oh yeah,
Nimbus,
Nimbus.
can we talk about dying? I'm just kidding, I don't want to.
Yeah,
Am I pulling a card?
Yes.
yeah.
Who am I pulling a card as?
Whoever you want, bitch.
Iris.
I can roll.
Roll for it. That's fun.
I mean, we haven't heard from Max. So, but, yeah.
Iris, Mirror,
There's
Nimbus,
5
Marlo.
people. Iris, Myrick, Nimbus, Marlowe, Jet.
Oh, Jet.
Iris, Myrick, Nimbus, Marlowe, Jet.
D6 one roll.
I was just gonna do a D10, but yeah, I can do a D6. Iris, Nimbus, Myrick, Marlowe, Jet. Marlowe.
This is gonna be a fun one. This is gonna be fun.
What is a dream you once had, and what made you give up on it?
Oh, so do we just? So that means that these cards are canon. They're just on the table.
Yeah.
I picked it up in Care Westfall. From the castle. It was in her study.
Why did you want it in the first place? Let's see. A dream that I once... Well, I did dream to... Let's see. My dad's kind of a cool guy. He's kind of got some high standing. He does some crazy shit.
I mean, that queen knew him.
Yeah, well, like, he like... So, where I'm from, like, there's a lot of, there's kind of a bridge to the Feywild, and there's a lot of incursions. So, like, Dark Fae come in and, like, try to take it over, and he's one of the warriors that fights the Dark Fae. I don't see him that often because, well, I didn't see him that often because most of the time he was in the Feywild itself. But, like, there was a period of, like, 20 years where I wanted to, do what he did. Maybe 20 or 30 years. In my first, 3 decades.
I feel like I've asked you this before, but I forgot. How old are you again?
I forget sometimes, too. I'm sure David forgets.
I would do if I had to count that high for that.
131.
I don't know how old my mom is.
Word.
Anyway.
I don't know how elves do it.
I kind of wanted to take up his mantle, live up to that name, do the same stuff. But I got bored. I don't know. I decided I didn't want to fight the Dark Fae. And then, in my 80s, I decided, screw it, I'm going to go be a pirate.
You have the time, you can always do something else.
Octogenarian.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah.
What was the question again?
And then, 30 years later, I met Blackjack. Or not Blackjack, Jackdaw. Sorry, a lot of Jacks.
Jagging
These pirates and their similar names.
I don't
Gosh,
think
dang it.
I've had any dreams I've given up on.
I have.
Yeah, school.
Graduating, becoming an assistant to a court wizard, and then eventually a court wizard.
Having a normal arm.
Which court?
Neverwinter, I guess. I don't know. Try to make something back in Luskin.
The B-ball court.
LeBron!
Well, there's always a chance for that. Why give up on it? We'll figure it out.
Holds up arm.
Holds up, fucked up arm.
You'll figure it out.
Holds up normal arm.
Or there is a chance that you'll figure it out.
I probably shouldn't be hanging out with powerful wizards while this is in my system.
That is fair.
Yeah, that's true.
Wait, okay, that reminds me. You said that one wizard will be able to bring Nimbus back?
Yeah. I probably shouldn't have said anything about that, but... And this doesn't leave this table, but she's a necromancer. And that's kind of frowned upon in that area. And I don't know how she figured it out, but somehow she has a arcane way of casting resurrection spells.
Wait, are you sure it's resurrection and not
Arcane, as in, the misery?
Everybody wants to be my enemy.
I've heard of that before.
You have?
Yes.
Just casually, it just gets talked about?
No, I read.
This is Iris.
Yeah.
Iris.
Yeah, I do too, but
What?
Iris, not I read.
Oh, good one.
I kill Jules.
It's okay.
There's a lot of stuff that I learned at the academy that is not available in Neverwinter typical studies. Yes, I've heard of white necromancy before. It's not easy.
Wait, so they white necromancy? As opposed to... Oh, like they bringing back zombies and shit?
Well, it's a very, I guess, primitive way of describing the basic codes of morality with necromancy, but, white meaning for good. For, tapping into that divine magic within an arcane perspective, and reviving people. Gray meaning morally gray, and of course black necromancy meaning what you've all heard of.
Well,
what Imlerith is.
Imlerith the Black. Or Gray. No.
He is Imlerith the Gray.
Probably shouldn't be.
Well, I think that's more along the lines of his... I don't necessarily think that color corresponds to his moral code.
No,
Just like School of Magic.
The Arcane Brotherhood has titles. The red, the blue, the white. More just has to do with the School of Magic and what tower they are the head of. More or less.
Yeah, I didn't know it was possible for a wizard to manage that.
It's an arbitrary choice.
She offered to teach me.
Oh, wow.
She did.
Yeah. It's not going to be easy, though. It's probably going to take some time.
Maybe once we get the career thing all sorted out.
Maybe.
I mean, even before then, because clear might take a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean...
Dude, and then think of my job prospects after that.
Why do you have an evil smile? Okay.
So you can get a good job. And I can put that on my resume. That's all I ever wanted.
I don't want to sound dumb. What's a resume?
You think I've ever had a job a day in my life? I worked for the coin spinners for a decade. My job was to make sure wizards didn't die in Ilusk. The only thing on my resume was, will do work for money.
I should put that on mine.
We'll do dumb bullshit in exchange for gold.
Will be taken advantage of.
Will act as a meat shield.
Talking as James, by the way. No, I should put "will do anything for money" on the resume. Might work.
If you pay me, I will do services. Work is mysterious and important.
You know, in Japan, you can go to Subway and give them currency in exchange for food.
Yo, that's crazy. Only in Japan.
It's part of like their culture.
Are we still get to talk or to go around about dreams, or do we?
If you want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got anything to say?
You know I do. It's just, again, I'm worried about team.
Should be fine.
Okay. Dream.
This will probably be the last card, though.
Yeah, fair. Oh, that's easy. I want to be a big pirate lord like my dad.
Like me dad.
Like my dad. But then I realized that would, 1, put a giant target on my back, so everyone would want to kill me. 2, I would have to kill a lot of people. 3, I'm not the greatest at fighting. And you kind of need to be good at fighting for that. And 4, fuck my dad.
That's fair.
Not in that way, in the derogatory way.
I know. I gotcha.
How about you?
I mean,
Jules.
I haven't given up on anything.
Jules is doing exactly what you set out to do, at least when I first met you.
Yeah. It's different than when it started, but it's still going.
How about you all?
I don't think I do very well with these questions.
Well, at least I get you to think about it. If you're not comfortable with answering, you don't have to.
No, I don't know if I ever
They gave us
wanted
a card
anything.
to say no for a reason.
No, I don't know if I had a dream that I gave up on.
Well,
When you think about it, you don't really dream anymore.
Not
Aria.
that kind of dream. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, but I mean, what you seemed like you set out to do initially was to take care of your family. I don't think you've given up on that.
Yeah, but it's not like I woke up one day and went, you know what I'm going to do with the rest of my life for this. It's more like, well, shit, my mom died, so I better get off my ass and do something.
Yeah.
I don't like these questions.
I think we'll end it there.
Well, as the day comes to a close, and the next morning you begin to travel, Merritt kind of decides to just take you around like a region where he's pretty sure it is, and he's having a little bit of trouble because he hasn't been here in a very long time.
Yeah, and he was never actually here.
No, he was never actually there. But
I love that I managed to keep that a secret from you all this entire time. Because I said I would.
Eventually,
I promised.
you see figures in the distance making their way towards you.
Oh, that's ominous.
I think of the spyglass that I never gave back to Jules.
Yeah.
You see, like,
I'm not
riding
gonna ask.
directly under the surface of the wave, kind of like barely, breaching the surface. You see, like two shapes under the water, just slowly heading towards you. Well, slowly is quickly heading towards you.
There's two shapes under the water quickly heading towards us. I hand the spyglass back to Jules.
Merrick, head below decks.
He goes.
No, there are two shapes. Huh.
Down under.
What do you know?
Head towards what's the front end of the ship? Are they approaching like from the front end of the ship, like the way we're going?
Yeah.
The bow?
I want to say bow. Is it
Yeah, the bow.
I head towards the bow.
Okay.
To agree.
You head towards the bow, and eventually, breaching the surface, you see two sea elves holding on to the sides of like dolphins, like using them as like to propel themselves through the water.
Like Minecraft.
You see the dolphins are kind of like moving around as they breach the surface and see you all. The dolphins are kind of like swimming around like aggravatedly.
Yeah, Merrick.
What is your business in this region?
I prepare to speak Elvish or Sea Elvish. Greetings. I am Aeran Leah, son of Moira Leah. I have come seeking my mother, and I heard she is in Tirfaltween.
Oh, so you are clearly one of us, but I don't recognize that name. The last name I do recognize. Stay put. Give me a minute.
Will do.
And he like has like a little bit of a conversation with the person he's with, like kind of like figuring out what they should do, and they leave.
Huh.
Goodbye forever.
I sincerely hope I didn't screw that up.
Well, I mean, they're probably nearby. We could just find it ourselves.
Make a retroactive persuasion check for me.
Roll. Natural 20. Natural 20.
Okay.
For a 30 total.
Okay.
That's the highest like check level, right? 30?
Mm-hmm.
No, you
No, you can go higher.
Oh wait, no, for
Well, DC wise,
yeah,
typically.
DC.
Yeah.
Typically.
Yeah.
You can go
Technically,
higher.
If you're evil.
DC 50, fuck you.
We're trying to dominate the Nether Ring.
Eventually, it takes about 15 minutes, and they return. You all can follow us. You're welcome within the city. Do you have means of...
Water breathing?
Yes.
I got you.
Good.
Some of us are better swimmers than others.
So shall we leave the ship anchored here?
No. Follow us within the ship. The city is a little bit of a distance.
Will do.
Careful dropping the anchor.
But after which you can follow us.
They're
anywhere.
dropping into somebody's house.
We're gonna get into, we're going into shallow water, so please, our reef is very sacred. Please be careful.
I'm not driving the boat right
Yeah,
now.
no, that's fair.
You're good. You're good.
That way, if you hit someone, it's
Don't
on
worry,
you.
I'll drive.
You travel for about like 30 minutes or 30 to 45 minutes, as the dolphins are much faster than your boat and they're keeping pace with you. But eventually, as you are getting to the more shallow waters, under the boat is a labyrinth of ravines surrounded by coral reefs and kelp forests. That's all really you can see at this point in time. All right, ready to hop in the water?
I cast Alter Self real quick.
Or is
Okay.
that
Yes.
Yeah, and you did the I'm assuming, like, because we agree, like,
Yeah.
every time we're at sea, it's the water breathing. Yeah.
Is everyone coming, or is it just...
Whoever you want.
Well, I mean, I want to leave it up to them. I don't want to force anybody to go who doesn't want to go.
I mean, yeah, no, exactly. So
Iris will want to go. She's curious in learning what kind of opportunity. Let's see.
Boy!
Merrick definitely wouldn't want.
Murphy wants to go.
Yeah, Merrick is staying on the ship.
Yeah.
Merrick is not even in
Yeah.
his presence. Nimbus is probably going to take a break.
he's had a bit of a rough few days.
And Jet should stay behind in case Nimbus gets himself killed while he and Mira go on a field trip again.
Yeah, so it's really just Iris and Marlo will go. Marlo is always you know, whatever. So Iris and Marlo will join you all as you cast water breathing and make your way under the water. As you splash into the water and you can get a better view, you can see at the very bottom of the ravines. It goes to about 100 feet down into this very pristine, crystal clear water. You see beds of giant clams. And on the sides of the walls, these massive coral shelves supporting small underwater buildings that seem to be made of coral itself. But the coral is alive and thriving, almost as if the coral was coerced to grow and to spread in the shape of a building rather than crafted from the dead coral itself. You see hundreds of sea elves swimming between these ravines, entering those buildings. Many species of sea life swim with them, coexisting within this coral reef. Although, unsurprisingly, there is a significant lack of sharks. In a sort of central area where many of these ravines intersect, there's a much larger building made of coral that shines within the sun rays reaching down into the water. The seafloor around the structure is flat and covered in stark white sand, unlike, the beds of giant clams around the rest of the ravines. Within the sand are specifically placed underwater plants and coral pieces, like underwater garden beds in the courtyard of a castle. You see these two individuals have dismounted from, holding on to the dolphins and begin swimming towards the castle. Your mother is a name that we have heard before. She is not here, but we can take you to her sister. She's within the castle that resides here.
Did I know I have an aunt?
No.
Yeah. That sounds good.
Ansre Zalar.
Answer Zolar?
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
Well,
Zalar.
neighbors
Wasn't that
audited in that.
the name?
It's Azura's name.
Azura?
Yeah, Azura.
That's
From Luskin. Azura Zolar.
why it sounded familiar.
Oh, hey, we know your cousin.
You begin to swim into the large and elegant coral palace. You see in the center several figures speaking to each other. You see a very lithe sea elf man with a very simple, what are those called? Like the laurel wreath crowns?
Yeah.
Made of kelp and small seashells. And you see he has these white flowing robes. And the other two speaking with him are two women. You see an older woman with this dark black hair, seafoam blue skin and green eyes. She wears simple kelp clothing that is revealing, but not in a provocative way. More you noticed a lot of these. Yeah, a lot of these sea elves are wearing the most minimal clothing to be efficient with swimming in the water. The other individual is dressed much more like someone who dwells on land. You see a younger woman with similar seafoam blue skin, long wavy blue hair. She has a sort of lyre to her back and a flute to her side. A familiar figure.
Oh, hi.
You see Azura.
Oh, hey.
She shakes and she's like, "What are you all doing here?"
Fancy seeing
My
you here.
equally favorite bard.
Wait, that's her?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, cousin.
I'm sorry? Who are you?
Apparently your cousin.
This is Aeran. We picked him up out of nowhere.
Aaron Leah.
We picked him up like a stray dog.
What?
And apparently...
You see
His mom is
this
your mom's
older
sister.
woman makes her way over to you. Well, this is Aeran. I've waited a long time to meet you.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm sorry if if I don't quite match the enthusiasm you have. I expected my mother to be here.
No, We have a lot of talking to do. Please come. Please, this is Prince Pacian. He runs the, he is our monarch.
Oh,
And you see, he sort of like, he almost like, it's odd. He like bows to you in like a like, you know, we are equals type of way, rather than like, you need to bow to me as a monarch.
I'll match it.
Yeah.
I'll do a little.
Yeah, no, I definitely do.
I do like the
The man nod.
It's a pleasure to meet you. We welcome you all here.
Yeah, it's an honor, Prince.
I suppose we have a lot of talking, as Ansray said. Please, come with me.
Yeah.
And he begins to swim into sort of like a more private area. There's not a lot of people in here, but people are kind of sharing this space. And he goes into like a smaller like building. And you see there's like a table and chairs, you know, just underwater, made of like stone. And they all sit. And they're kind of like avoiding speaking. And Azura looks very confused. Like she did not. This is the last people that she ever expected to see. And you see your aunt, Ansray, begins to speak. Your mother was always a wandering soul. Rarely liked to be stagnant. That changed when she had you. She met your father. She found stability. It was a foreign concept, but at the same time it was new and exciting. But she also had an oath to fulfill.
As I suspected.
As you are, I'm assuming, familiar with our customs. A promise is everything. An oath is important. That oath she made as a cleric to the Lord of the Undersea. At the time, Tirfalthuin was threatened by forces related to what we believe was Sekala. We fought a massive Sahuagin incursion, I remember. It took out half the population. They were after something that Prince Pacian's mother, Weirgan, knew about. She was the last remaining Dukar within our society. After your mother disappeared, the Sahuagin stopped attacking, and Weirgan perished with the secret of where she went. They were hiding something that was clear. We know that some sort of sacrifice was made, but again, the secret was to keep us safe. I wish we knew more. And you see Prince Pacian begins to speak. My mother was not known to be a secretive woman. If she were to keep secrets, it was for important reasons. I wish I had more answers for you. The sacrifice was clear. It was noble and honorable to respect our people and to keep us safe. I wish we had more answers for you, but I'm sorry we don't. However, you seem to not know much about our society, as you never got the chance to come here.
No.
Well, we welcome you with open arms. We are willing to show you. We are willing to teach you, if that is something that is of interest to you. You're more than welcome to stay.
It is, and I think I'll take you. I'll definitely take you up on that offer. Maybe once I no more be able to follow that trail, maybe, or at least assist in the following of that trail to find out what happened.
You see, your aunt, Ansray, begin to speak up. We always knew about you, and we always hoped to meet you, but it was your mother's plan to bring you back here when you were older, and I'm sorry that she never got that opportunity. Why she chose to keep it a secret for so long, that is not something that I can know.
Maybe she wanted to, I don't know, in case something happened, I didn't get my hope. I don't know. I haven't seen her in so long. It's best not to suppose what was in her mind.
You see, Iris had this like confused look on her face this entire time. She's just sitting there like clearly doing mental math.
Do you?
My cat's being evil.
Are you, Iris? Are you right?
I don't understand.
What?
Your mother's alive.
You felt that?
Yes. It was clear as day. I find it hard to believe that she made some sort of sacrifice for herself. I mean, a sacrifice maybe, but not one that led to death. You see everyone kind of just having, again, another confused look on their faces as, you know, they're trying to think back to any knowledge that they may have about this event and try to piece things together for themselves. No, I'm not insinuating that anyone is hiding any information, but there has to be more.
Iris, I wouldn't have gotten here if not for you. That is the truth.
Maybe the truth is what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Let me get my spell components. And she leaves and heads back to the ship.
So, and like you notice throughout this entire time, Aeran is a pretty like self-assured guy, feels comfortable in any situation. It's almost like he seems like a nervous little kid at like that's only been invited to like the adults' dinner table.
All right, here's a distraction then to get your mind off of all of this. They said that the incursion was led by Sekala or Sekwagan that worship Sekala, and they were after some magical artifact. Do we think it's
connected to
yeah.
that?
Probably.
I would be surprised if it wasn't.
An artifact I'm not sure about, but my mother had many secrets. All of the Dakar did.
What is that word you keep saying? What does that mean?
The Dakar.
Yeah.
You're not familiar?
No.
He's not familiar with
Stems
a lot
from
of words.
you. Or your kind.
Oh, it's a trait.
What I assume.
I haven't been to it. Triton City. I lived
I see.
above the surface.
The Dakar were an ancient cabal of wizards. You know, they descended from, or originated within the Saros Sea, in the continent. They used coral implants to channel their magic. There are Dakar that exists throughout all of the undersea races, but overall their job was to protect the seas and ultimately unite the land and sea. They were formed by the Triton known as Dakar, which is where they got their namesake, so that's why I was under the impression that you knew. Most of which, however, have since died. Except I assume maybe a select few. They are few and far between now. The organization has been disbanded. Anyway, Weirgin was the last known Dakar within Tir Falthween.
Weirgin?
Weirgin. Muirgen.
Is that your mother?
Oh.
In fact, I don't know of any others that currently exist.
What do you mean by coral implants?
The coral would bind with them within their bodies.
Huh. Jules is a barnacle under his
There's a
skin.
barnacle that does that.
We got it from a magic shop. It's probably just some weird cursed item.
You picked it up from a magic shop from somebody who seems to know what she's talking about, but could not tell you what it was, nor could she attune to it.
I identified it and I couldn't really figure
But wasn't
out
it clearly a barnacle, not a coral?
Yeah,
Aren't
it's
they the same
barnacle.
thing?
No, they're
If
not.
I get hurt
okay.
enough,
They're similar.
barnacles sprout from my skin.
Well, let's try it.
Okay.
No, come with me.
Alright.
And he brings you over to one of the walls, the coral walls.
So are you fighting or what?
No. Do you have a something sharp on you?
Oh, yeah. Can I pull out Mandris's dagger?
Do you mind? It might hurt. Do you mind pricking your
I
finger?
don't give a shit.
Okay. You watch as you prick your finger, and the blood begins to slowly pool in the water. And you watch it almost as if a a sort of magnetic force begins to slowly draw the blood towards the coral walls. Begins to bind with it. And you see.
Ew, what the fuck?
You see, it's almost like an invisible current slowly shifts it over, and begins forming. And you see this faint, bluish glow. It seems somebody has been lying to you about your ancestry.
No, I mean, my mom's from, my mom's a Triton. She was from one of the cities, but,
Perhaps you've had Dukars in your line. Do you know anything about that?
no.
You're definitely not the wizarding kind.
Yeah, no. I got some magic, but I use it to smite people. It's kind of fun.
Huh. Well, something to ponder upon.
But what is that city that Andrew's dad is from?
I forgot the name, but it should be
Ultima.
Ultima. I
Yes.
mean, my brother's father is from Ultimath.
And there's apparently some important fucking priest figure there or something.
Yeah.
I've heard of it.
I mean...
I've not been there.
Presuming that's where my mom's from. But I don't know for sure. She never really...
You see Iris eventually returns.
I'm gonna have to call her.
I'm going to divine. If you don't mind.
No, I don't.
And she begins to set up her equipment and begin to focus.
He's trying to pull him down because he keeps floating down.
Yeah, they're heavy. And she casts the spell, and you watch differently. Her eyes go that similar pure black, and you see the stars in her eyes, and almost as if something takes over her body and begins to speak. You hear her voice as it speaks, but overlaid over it this deep masculine voice.
That's different.
Found within a mother's embrace.
Hey, tweet.
Mm-hmm.
Your quarry lives in torpid state.
Torpid?
Torpid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't that when sharks get... Never mind.
One of many. Like a grain of sand.
Mm-hmm.
Beware the object in her hand.
Okay.
For once awoken, the burden must be bared. Or plunge the world in death and despair.
Oh, it's ominous.
And she begins to shake her head and feel this pulsing headache.
Are you good?
I'm fine. It's not often that Lord Savra speaks through me.
Oh, wait.
So a whole ass god was just talking to us right now.
It was a warning. He's telling us something.
Yeah, death and despair in the world.
No, our quarry, I'm assuming, in this case my mother, lies in torpid state, so she's alive but not doing well. In a mother's embrace, I don't... my grandmother or a different mother?
It could be symbolism. Savras loves his symbolism.
Okay. Father...
One of many, like a grain of sand.
I don't know, what the hell do mothers embrace? Their kids? Husbands?
There's
or
no...
wives? I shouldn't judge.
I mean, the
Jules homophobic.
Deep Sauce is known as the father or the father of our kind. I don't know who the mother would be. Because I don't think he has a consort like the Triton god does.
Persona was male, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but that's the Triton.
Yeah.
I don't.
Should I be concerned?
Probably.
I'm concerned.
No,
so I mean,
I'm sure it's fine.
I think, should we just tell him about the thing? If anyone should know, it's this guy.
Yeah, I mean, you've been open and honest with us.
You know Argus Wade?
One time we raided an old Sahuagin temple
What was it
with
raided?
a
It
bunch
was more
of.
found
One time we
and-
found and snooped in and looted an old Sahuagin
Adventured.
temple. Adventured an old Sahuagin temple. And it had,
changing the
or at least there was Sahuagin there when we were there, and there's a bunch of
They were all blind
iconography.
and weird.
They're all blind and weird. There's a bunch of iconography on the walls of this guy with only one eye. The one who swims with Sekula. There's also a little bit of Sekula on the walls, and then also some
And
other lady
Umberly.
who I forget her name.
Umberly,
And
right?
I don't think that was Umberly. It was somebody else. I don't think so anyway.
Oh, it was like the true priestess or whatever. Let me
Something
see if
like
I
that.
can remember.
And then there was a room that had a sign saying something like, "You'll die if you come in here." I forget exactly what it said.
It was in Sahuagin, we couldn't
and
read it at
then
the time.
yeah, it was in Sahuagin.
So it's
we
kinda
couldn't read it.
bullshit
So
if
we
you
had
think about it.
we had like killed the thing inside and then taken
There's
it
a-
back later
there's
so
a
we
big
could
old snake
translate.
thing.
And there was a big naga in there. We had to kill it, and then it was really cryptic. And then we took a piece of a rock, and then when Jules picked it up, somebody went, "Oh hey, what are you doing with that?" And then I put it in the bag of holding. We forgot about it until some guy named Mako came and almost killed us to take it from us.
Yeah.
Does this help?
I mean, we think that it's called the Eye of Jacobus.
I have heard that name. My mother has said that name before, but it means nothing to me. She kept very many secrets. I wish she wouldn't have.
Well, I forget what that woman's name.
We need
but I
to
feel like
figure
it's
this
like
out.
The true priestess
Yeah.
or whatever.
This prophecy riddle.
Puzzle.
I'm not good at these.
I give Iris some ibuprofen.
Take a Tylenol, sweetheart.
Okay, mother. Okay, let's go line by line.
Can you read this?
No, I don't know why I'm pretending. I leaned over to look at
Yeah,
Emily's.
look at my notebook. Yeah, it's definitely comfort. You can
Found
definitely
in a mother's embrace.
I'm so proud of you.
Your quarry lies in a turpid state.
That says lives,
Okay.
I think.
Never mind, the rest not. It's only because I remember the first two lines.
I think Mother's Embrace is vague enough that I don't really give a shit to try to translate that. I think Torpid State is alive but not really functioning. That seems easy enough. One of many. I don't know what the fuck that means, aside from the obvious fact. Object in her hand. It'd be real convenient if she had this piece that we're looking for.
That'd be real convenient.
It'd be real convenient.
I don't like how convenient that would be. Especially the whole world despair and death and plunging it into that part.
Well, yeah, that's the general sense we get of what happens if they let the wrong people get the thing.
Huh.
What if it's not the Eye of Yakos? What if it's something else?
What do you mean?
What else?
Your thing, Arya.
Clear?
I mean, you did technically awaken the burden, and now you're bearing it.
I did. I guess one of maybe like a grain of
It
sand.
is one of many. And listen, whenever
Is that
I
referring to?
whenever I think about
Her
Clear,
freak-ass arm? Yeah.
I think about death and despair a lot when I think about Clear.
There's some weird entity that's kind of...
But what about found within a mother's embrace?
I don't know.
Our mom is dead.
Does that mean like a womb?
Well, that's referring to his
Is that
mom,
what that
not our
means?
mom.
Yeah, mom is dead.
Like a womb?
Maybe that's gross, but maybe.
Well, yeah, I know. I don't like that
Or
prospect.
symbolism for a womb?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What could be like perceived as a womb besides a womb? That I don't want to be raiding women's wombs. I don't want to do that. Especially if you don't know which woman.
As relates to weapons, a forge, a crucible. I don't know.
Why would it relate to weapons?
Oh, because I thought we were talking.
Well,
oh, yeah.
I feel like it relates to one of many.
What do you mean?
Like searching for a needle in a haystack.
Oh my.
I mean, if I were wanting to hide someone, that's where I would put them.
in a needle?
In a haystack.
Oh, there's no hay down here. It's all wet.
In a kelp stack.
That's true. There is.
The grain of sand. Is she a fish?
Wait, so you
Is
think
his
she...
Well, that's
mother-
a little racist.
Wait, yeah, no, because she could...
Got polymorphed into something else.
Yeah. Huh.
There are other things.
Got turned into a rat.
I don't know,
Not just living beings, objects.
Got turned into a thing? Got like petrified?
Imprisoned?
Maybe? Like the 9th level spell?
Maybe.
that's a little intense.
It's possible.
Yeah. Or
Petrification.
true change.
True polymorph.
Like a grain of sand.
Yeah, that's
I mean, I've heard of imprisonment spells being able to do some sort of minimus containment.
But then how do we okay.
We got any famous hourglasses here?
It'd be really crazy if we had
An
met
hourglass
somebody a
can kinda
couple
look
days
like a
ago who had
womb,
been temporarily in prison. That'd be crazy.
At least one of the halves of an hourglass
Oh.
can kind of look like a womb.
And the mother's embrace.
Mother's embrace.
That I think we have to go with that because then that at least gives us an
The
area to search.
location.
I
Yeah.
feel like that's so vague though.
It is so vague.
I know.
It's so vague and it can mean so many things. We can't just latch it onto womb. It doesn't have to mean womb. It could
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, no,
It could
I
mean
was-
your
that
mother's.
was just an
It
idea.
could mean someone's giving you a big hug.
Are there any like statues of people giving hugs?
Wait. No.
I mean, if people were petrified. What?
What?
Where are the lines again?
Found
Found-
within a mother's embrace.
Your quarry lies in a torpid state.
One of many, like a grain of sand.
Beware the object in her hand.
For once awoken, a burden must be bared.
Or plunge to the world in death and despair.
Death and despair!
No.
What?
I thought it was my necklace for a second, but that wouldn't work.
That'd be really crazy.
That's a good idea. I think that's the type of
I'm
thing.
not gonna lie, when I bought this ring of mind shielding, I had a split second of what if Aaron's mom is in here. It wasn't, that was just this crazy rich dude.
I forgot about him.
I
Has he said anything?
I know, I put him on
will
mute.
take my necklace off.
Well, the difference. Think differently. That necklace is one of a kind, not one of many.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I mean, that does make sense. If we're entertaining this hypothetical, if your mom was in a tiny necklace and it's around your neck, that's kind of like a mother's embrace.
What about your
Yeah.
jacket? There's a lot of jackets out there.
No, and this was made for my uncle specifically.
You get like a prison someone in your
Oh,
jacket.
fuck, shut up! That's called a straight jacket.
How have you been doing, Azura? What brings you here?
To see my family. I didn't expect to see you.
What?
Well, we brought you a new family to see. I hope this helps.
Your cousin.
That's fair.
We should start a band.
We could start a band. What do you play?
Oh, flute.
I play the flute.
I
I also play the lyre.
There you go.
Why can't you
Check this out.
Why
She
can't
shows you her lyre.
Ooh! Oh wait, no. Okay.
Prophecy! Prophecy!
This.
Focus!
It's got an engraving. It says the sea is the greatest poet.
Oh, that's good. Fuck, that's good.
Your mom.
Oh yeah, my mom.
All right.
Like
Are
a
there any
pearl.
are there any worn things that like
Pearls.
Pearls.
could a mother's embrace be like a clam?
You see, there's a lot of clams out there.
Okay, we gotta search all fucking clam. No, oysters.
There's
Oysters,
so many
right?
things.
Oysters are the ones with pearls, right? I know things.
Clams, the giant clams can have pearls.
I don't know. Something can have pearls. A mother's embrace is like a hug.
If it's magical, Detect Magic might be able to see it.
That's true.
Do it. Rip it right now.
I'm just gonna prep. I'm just gonna.
I'll cast it as well. Are you gonna go try to find it?
Yeah.
I'll do it too. I got detect magic.
I don't.
I'm a paladin.
Okay. You make investigation checks. Iris
Oh
will as well.
man.
I hope we're not falling
Can
into
I
the
have
same.
advantage because I'm casting detect magic?
No.
That's rude
Can I
and
have
evil.
disadvantage because I'm not casting
That's
detect
a
magic?
2.
Can I get a help action from Jules since he has detect magic up?
That's true. You can do that.
Okay.
Awesome, I got a
Can-
4.
Can I get advantage because she's my mom?
Do you have Detect Magic?
No.
No. Do you want to give Iris help? I got
Yeah, sure.
We'll never find your fucking mom.
Investigation, right?
Yeah.
Brooke posted out the calc for that.
24.
24. Iris got a dirty 20. Eventually, you are swimming through and you see a blip of a magical energy held within a giant clam.
Holy shit, Jules
Just
is right.
within a bed
I'm so
Of-
great at puzzles.
of clams, inconspicuous.
Well, first you have to open. Oh wait. Oh, is it like how big is the
No.
the clam?
It's a giant clam. It's
I'm opening
Yeah,
this
you can't
shit.
just pick.
I'm
Jules. Wait,
opening-
wait. You see Prince Pacian Stop. It's living.
Yeah, he can,
Chop it.
Yeah, no, he can just
And
ask
you
it.
see, you know,
Oh, you're
yeah,
right.
he speaks to the clam in a way, and the clam slowly opens up, and sitting there is about this big, a pearl.
Like the size of a cantaloupe.
It's a big job, right?
I'm looking in it.
Looking at
Is there a woman in there?
you see a figure
Oh my fucking god, there is.
within the pearl.
Is this your mom, bro?
I look.
Give me a good shake.
Mom, are you in there?
Like a snow globe.
What do I see?
You see a figure.
Oh, it's not descriptive enough.
No.
Okay, 5th level dispel magic.
Okay.
Do it, bitch.
As you cast the 5th level dispel magic, it does nothing.
Remove curse, maybe?
You can break the object, right?
Do any of y'all got remove curse?
No.
I don't.
I don't know.
If this is
If
this
it's
is
imprisonment, you break the
imprisonment-
object.
Oh.
Jules.
No, the object is not breakable.
Oh.
But there's a
I want to break something.
there has to be a not like a password, but like
Say your name.
how do I describe it?
Parents name their passwords all the time after their kids. Say your name.
Aeran Leo.
Nothing else.
What about your birth date?
Did you have a dog, maybe?
So there's a trigger.
Uh,
Like it has to be a observable action. An observable action.
You were telling us on the ship when you were whistling
Wasn't a little
with
tune.
your mom.
I was solo too.
You whistle at him.
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
That would have been so fucking cool.
Give it a hug.
That's true.
Mother's embrace.
This is a son.
Jules, you'll be the arms.
Somebody needs to accept the burden.
Oh.
What do you?
Oh. Someone needs to go in there.
Accept the burden?
That's what the thing said.
Will I be able to... Is this it? For me if I do it? What?
What? I mean, can we just keep swapping out?
Clock in for your shift in the pearl?
Yeah.
Well, okay.
I'm not getting paid overtime, bitch.
What?
I need to clock out.
Are you gonna do it without even figuring out what it is? Or trying to?
For once awoken, one must be spared. So maybe she has a solution?
Listen, I'm all about high risk, high reward, but that seems like a crazy thing to do without any further thought.
Yeah.
What else is there to think about?
I don't know.
Being trapped in the pearl forever.
What are the contents of someone, of like someone who can be imprisoned?
What?
What like?
Like, what is it like in there?
Well, like what I'm saying is like, does it have to be a humanoid?
Are you gonna put mud in there? Are you?
Maybe.
But how do we even know the burden is to swap places?
We don't. That's why I'm saying.
We don't. It's a theory.
I mean, I'm holding it. That's not doing anything?
I mean, for once awoken, nobody's awake yet, so maybe she'll tell you the burden once she's awoken. I don't know. I say we smash the thing.
Can't.
Okay, what's the end of the riddle again? I'm
Everyone
sorry.
hates me.
For once awoken, the burden must be bared or plunge the world in death and despair.
Can I make like some type of like wisdom check or something?
Can you just like?
Sure.
I'm not.
Okay. For
I'm
like
not
a-
gonna
for like
say
a
it
gut
because
check?
I
Make
don't
an
want to
insight
go
check.
in the pearl. But like, could you just say like I accept this burden?
High roll.
But that's not me saying
Jules
it,
gets sucked
pearl.
into
28.
That's
What?
not me saying it, pearl.
28.
28. Jules is along the right line, you think?
Hmm.
Is that the burden needs to know the observable action you presume is explaining that like somebody will bear the burden, which will she doesn't have to anymore. You understand?
Okay.
Because she is currently bearing the burden by keeping it hidden, but once
When she's released.
Yeah.
Who
once
says-
she's released, if the burden is not bared, then
Shit's gonna happen.
Except the
Shit's
burden.
gonna happen.
Who says it needs to be hidden though? Why can't we just take it out?
Guys,
We just have to burden it.
Guys. I am going to do this.
Okay.
Okay? And if something bad happens to me, the ship is yours.
But it's your ship.
Well, yeah, but I won't be able to do anything if something happens to me.
We could leave it here. We could get picked up for when you come back.
Do you want to be captain of my ship or not? Or your ship?
That's what you want. I'm not expecting you to be gone here. And I don't want to act like this is what that is.
We don't know what this is. I'm only preparing for the hoping for the best, preparing for the worst.
You're right.
Okay. Orb thing. Or pearl. I accept the burden.
You watch as a bright flash happens, and the pearl disappears in your hand. And standing beside you see the familiar face of your mother as she stares at you and immediately hugs you as she drops a small piece of a silvery sphere
Motherfucker.
covered in draconic runes.
Motherfucker. Okay.
Aeran, you're alive.
Presently, yeah.
Did you see the piece just sitting in the sand?
I can't help
I'm gonna
it!
pick that.
Don't
No,
touch
I'm
it,
not
don't
gonna
touch
pick
it,
that shit
don't
up.
touch
I'm
it,
not gonna
don't
pick that
touch
shit
Don't
up.
touch it.
Don't touch it.
No one touch it.
Can you put it in the bag? Can you like put the bag over it?
Yeah.
This means
I'm gonna try to
Put the bag over it.
I'm currently trying to like.
What are y'all doing?
We're not touching it
Touching what?
because last time Argus Wake showed up.
Wait, what? What? There's one of those things. What?
oh, I have a lot of explaining to do.
A little, yeah.
I think I just caught like 5 gallons of seawater at the same
It's a lot of
time.
sand.
Also sand. Hi, Aaron's mom.
How about we get back to the city? We'll have a nice.
Yes, please.
Yeah, we'll have a nice long chat. Or multiple.
You all make your way back to the chamber
Maybe
where you're
cry a
having a
little.
conversation. You see Ansray baffled and greet her sister. Getting the sort of
Yeah.
Sappy stuff out of the way. She begins to sit down and take a more serious look on her face. Many, many years ago, Morgan and I decided to keep this piece safe. To keep this Wagon from taking it. Whatever they wanted, something to do with Sekala. Or Iakavos. We knew it couldn't happen, and Wergen was very weak. She cast the spells, I assume, perished. And I bared the burden of keeping it safe. I would have returned to you sooner.
I believe you. I'm just happy we found you in not the state, definitely not the state I expected, but more or less unharmed.
Yeah. But now you're here, and that's all I ever wanted. To show you, to meet your family.
From what I've seen already, what little I've seen, it's the stories I was told as a kid don't do it justice.
So you know about this?
We encountered
Yeah.
one before, got our asses kicked and had stolen.
Yeah, there's
No, that's not good.
there's an individual.
Do you know
seeking
Argus Wake?
these.
I don't know that name.
He's
No one knows
collecting
this
them.
fucking name.
I just
no one knows this guy.
Did he
I
say
don't
that
know.
he had another piece? Or was this the first piece that Argus had?
He has another.
I think he has another.
Do you know how many pieces of this there are?
3.
Awesome. So we've got a great track record, so we should keep this, right?
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
So unless I'm failing at basic maths, that's one out. We have one out of his 2.
Correct.
One
So
to
the
his
second
2.
you all head back up there,
Nobody touched it. Nobody touched it. It's in the bag.
I just put it straight in the bag of holding. Last time I think they found us because Jules touched it, which to be fair, none of us knew anything was going to happen. So like no one's fault. But that's how they found us, and no one touched it this time. Now it's in my pocket demiplane along with 5 gallons of water and some sand.
As much as I fucking hate to say this, I think we need to talk to Mako.
What?
I think we need to talk to Mako. I think we need to convince him to...
It's his duty to bring them to the wake.
I think we avoid Mako like the plague. I do not think there's anything we can do to convince him. I think he's done everything he can to help, and if we go to him now, he will consider it that he has no choice but to take it from us.
I don't say that we tell him that we have it. I'm saying that if I'm right, and Argus Wake tricked him into this life debt, and it's not actually a life debt, I feel like he'll help us.
That reminds me, Merrick did say
We don't know if we got tricked.
that Merrick did say long ago, and Isis forgot to mention this, a lot was happening at the time, that it would be weird for Argus Wake to somehow summon a Leviathan on top of himself and not get himself trampled, if we do think that's what happened.
I don't know if that's what happened, but I'm just saying it's not like Argus Wake to save someone out of the kindness of his heart.
And I think he said that Mako said that's not why he saved him. He saved him because Mako is a powerful person and a useful ally to have. I don't think going to Mako and trying to convince him will do anything. We've done that already and it didn't work. I think we fucking kill Argus Wake.
If we couldn't kill his errand boy, how the hell are we gonna kill him?
Because we're gonna know it's coming this time. Because we're gonna be the ones attacking.
Where did you come across this piece?
A random temple underwater.
Swagan Temple.
It was to,
The one who swims with Sekula.
Yeah.
That would be Yakovus.
Yakovus.
He is the one who swims with Sekula.
Did you also find yours in a temple?
No, we've had this for decades, as long as I can remember, keeping it safe. Keeping it away from people like them who want to use it.
Do you know what it does?
It's a very powerful magical artifact beyond my time, beyond our time. I don't know specifically what it is capable of, but assuming it was forged in a different time, probably magic beyond what normal people are capable of.
So, wouldn't it be better to keep it here?
Well, the burden now must be bared. It's the time for movement is now. The time to fight the incursion is now. Things are already happening. It's not going to be any use of sitting with me inside a pearl. Eventually, whoever this individual is, if he's gone through the effort to find 2 of these pieces, which have been kept safe, he will come across this eventually. The best thing to do is to keep it moving. And for people who know about it, unfortunately, you have been volunteered for this task.
Alright.
I don't know what your guys' next move will be.
I was going to say, I know that you have been involved in this, but if you have the opportunity, I would love to be able to just have some time with my son.
And it's something I thought of as well, and it's something I would like to... I missed you a lot.
I missed you too.
It's something I'll definitely... I need it.
Tell you what, and you see Azura speak up. I was considering going to Baldur's Gate soon. If you want, we can go to Baldur's Gate, after, we spend some time here, and when you're ready, we can go or meet you guys without skipping a beat.
We can do the band.
We can do the band.
We'll fucking destroy Baldur's Gate.
I didn't spend a lot of time here, but I can, I'd like to get to know you more.
I'll definitely like to get to know you more. It's not, I haven't met many fellow bards, so it'd be nice to talk shop.
Okay. So
You guys have any means of contacting us?
Iris speaks up. I consent.
Oh, and so can, Cleric.
Oh, yeah.
Unless she's weaker than you, which would be really funny. She was a lower level.
So
You take your time. You do whatever you need to do, and we'll let you know when we're ready. This is more important.
we'll
Wait, who's saying that?
Iris.
Okay.
we'll call Corsair. He'll give us a pickup.
No, you don't. That's not Jules. The ship is yours.
You're not dead. The ship is yours.
We'll deal with this later. I don't care about who has the deed to the ship.
No.
Well, I mean, if this is
I-
a Baldur's Gate, you're gonna need it.
I can find. We can make our own way there.
I have passage.
You're really giving this shit to me?
For now,
Okay.
Captain.
Say that again. Fantastic.
And as for Arya,
Yeah.
I don't know. Since I'm such in a gifting mood, and I totally did not think this out ahead of time.
Again, I told you already, we really don't need your money, but we're so grateful
We'll
that you're
take
gonna
it,
give
yeah.
it.
Take your money.
No, I was gonna give Arya a ripple.
Oh. Are you sure you don't want to defend yourself?
Arya, it's a weapon that will not try to kill you.
Will Kalir get jealous though, and Kalir will try to kill
I'll
him.
take it, sure.
And you find yourself fighting groups a lot.
I do fight a lot of groups, yeah. Thank you. Are you sure you don't need it?
No, I'm. In case you haven't noticed, I'm kind of in a gigantic city surrounded by people that will kill anything. Like
Yeah,
that
but
tries-
Baldur's Gate, get a bar fight.
I have a rapier. I have my spells.
Fair.
I have my cousin.
And a flute.
Flute in a dream.
Damn straight I have a
Flute
flute.
in a dream.
Oh,
She's currently one up to. She's got 2 wins.
And-
He's got 2.
Aeran holds up the universally recognized symbol of rock, paper, shears.
I don't want it.
I'm just playing a game of rock, paper, shears.
Gamble.
5 gold, I win. Fuck. I give Aeran 5 gold.
Bro can't catch a fucking break, bro.
I kind of ruined it.
That was the fastest loss
No,
I've ever seen.
I think that made it exactly what it needed to be, and I think that's what we're gonna end. Julian, thank you so much for joining us for this guest arc. Aeran will return. Do not fret.
I will be fretting.
Oh yeah, no healing for y'all suckers.
No, he can heal. Jules can heal. I believe in him.
Ah, bitch.
How much?
15.
And I have Wither and Bloom now.
Thank you so much for listening to the Tales of Misfortune podcast. If you'd love to catch future episodes, make sure to tune in on YouTube and Spotify. We post Saturdays at 9 p.m. EST. Make sure to also follow us on social medias. We have Instagram and our link tree in the description. Thank you.